Hello friends, welcome to D&D Let's Play!
I was waiting for like a popper or like a firework or something to come out. I don't know.
I don't know either, so I guess I should have like some kind of magic firework pop up across the screen. Yes. Well, hit that like button and subscribe. Love it so much. All right, well, let me change this music here and the mood, and let's hop into a little bit of recap. Enter into this. But, oh well. Seeking respite from the chaos, the team descends into the subway, hoping to avoid detection. As the train rattles its way downtown, Coley leads them towards Carmela, an enigmatic figure who may be able to help break the curse on Frankie's mother and on Amber. But this potential ally remains shrouded in a mystery. Arriving at Carmela's opulent abode, the team barters for her aid. Though the negotiations are complex, a deal is struck. A treasured memory in exchange for their goal. Now, the curse is broken, but minds are troubled. The group must contemplate the cost of magic in this tangible city. New bonds have been forged in the crucible of adversity. But what the group doesn't know is that dangers lurk in the city's shadows, and the secrets of each team member runs deep. Can trust emerge amidst lies of omission? What trials await them in the tangible streets of this urban Manhattan? We find the group now at Wohop. It's late in the evening, the day after the last session. Frankie is finishing up her evening work, trying to do her duties, and Vash and Coley are sitting at the table, taking up their regular daily lessons of teaching now Amber and King Gizzard what the hell this modern world is compared to where they came from in medieval environment. And we go to the group there in the middle of this conversation. What is it you are talking about? What is it that you are educating them on? And what it is you are learning about?
So you mean they're not actually trapped in this strange little device with all the... Then this is just called a video.
Yeah, it's just real simple. It's it's pre-recorded, so it's just it's like a note taker. So yeah, so we did it already. So now we can just keep rewatching it.
It probably depends on who it is that's in the device, because some people might get stuck there.
It's no one's ever gotten stuck.
The more you guys tell me, the more I really believe I am crazy. This is nuts.
Here, hold on a second. So Vash holds up his phone and takes a video of King Gizzard, and then stops and shows it to him. See?
No, don't. No, you're gonna capture me in that. I don't want to be stuck in that freaking thing. Knock it off.
He deletes the video.
Thank you. Wait, no. If you did you delete me?
Well, it's already gone, and you're still here. So
maybe I do want to. I don't know. I don't get it.
Probably easier to transport you.
Something.
What time is it, by the way?
Oh, it's like, I'm going to say 9 p.m. at night.
Okay.
It's 7:15.
I'm sorry, Siri. She wants to play D&D too.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say that's canon now.
7:15.
You just heard Vash's phone reply back with what time it was at night, just randomly out of the moment.
Yeah, I told you sometimes people get stuck in there.
No, she came with it. She's a.
So she's always been there.
She's a feature.
Yeah, see, and you're trying to capture me inside of the thing.
I mean, if I had to pick, I probably went. No.
What kind of magic does a feature know?
You just see him put his head down like, let's move on.
Well, Coley, Vash, King Gizzard, and Amber are talking
What's up?
here. You get a text message on your phone, and it's from Ivory. And it says, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I had to tell them.
Oh, snap. Okay. I am absolutely going to text back and say, had to tell who what.
She's like, well, then you hear back, I'm just so sorry in this text message. And she goes, Shard overheard our conversation. And with the dead wizard showed up on the streets, Todd asked who might have done it. And of course they asked me, and so I had to tell them that it might have been you guys.
Okay. I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm got probably about 1,000 things running through my head. Did you say Shar or Shard?
Shard, and I'll clarify, you would know that was the bartender to the Touch Tavern.
Okay.
So to be able to make connections with that would have been when you were talking to Ivory last week, or not last week, but last night, would have been the day before because it's on Tommy Wimey. Anyways, when you were talking to her with the hot dogs and everything going on, Shard was there bartending. Might have overheard some of these things, and yeah, she's saying like clearly something's happened with all this, and you know Todd is basically the right-hand man to Bobby Knocker.
Okay, and so they think I did, and the text said they think I did what? Or
They asked her if there was anybody know what might have happened with this drunk wizard who might have killed him, and she said it might have been you guys because time-wise that worked.
Oh, outside of the shop. Okay, got it. I'm tracking now. Okay,
she's like, please don't be mad at me, please, but you don't be mad at me.
I'm gonna put my phone down and turn to the rest of the group and say, does anyone have anything that they'd like to share about last night with the rest of the team?
Weren't we all here?
Well, we were all on a merry adventure to wake up our friend Amber, and who you gave bad pixie dust to, and then we had to go visit another friend of mine, another contact, and now I'm getting texts saying that maybe you all killed a wizard?
Yeah,
A wizard? You mean the homeless guy on the street that started shit with King Gizzard?
Yeah, we stabbed. Well, the Frankie stabbed.
My wizard's still here.
Yeah, we have the other wizard.
I thought I told you to run.
He was attacking us.
He gave me a magical hug. I couldn't run.
I hid.
Okay. Okay, well, we have a couple of options. One, I can tell the pixie that you did it and y'all are going to get a visit from some very interesting people. Or two, we can go and head this off and go visit one of those interesting people. A contact that I have might be able to give us a little more information on why they're looking for you.
Can they come get me after 5? I have to work tomorrow.
That's not going to work, Vash.
Why? I just have to work. Why are they coming? I didn't kill anybody.
The night is young. You're in New York. It's 9 o'clock.
I have to get up early.
You'll be fine.
No, Dick does not like
Vash.
tardiness. Absolutely not.
Were you part of it?
No.
Yes, you were standing right there. Did you run?
No, I just zapped him. Frankie killed him. And we didn't really know he was dead. Nobody checked for a pulse.
Frankie.
There's no confirmation.
He was attacking our friends. I don't know what you wanted me to do. I'm not going to let that stand.
I told you to run.
But you didn't tell us why.
It doesn't matter. If I say run, you should run. I thought you didn't do anything, Bash.
Yeah, I can't run. I'm not really good at cardio. I walk, I stroll, I ride the metro. I don't run.
So we either go and visit someone right now, or we're going to be visited by someone. Which would you all prefer?
Who's gonna visit us?
People.
Vague. Is Frankie sitting with us? Yeah, Frankie,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Frankie's, I figured by now she's kind of cleaned up in the back and she's in there just filling salt shakers.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mary and the ketchup.
So, I just want to say the last person you took us to was not very nice. Like at all.
Okay.
And how do we know this person?
At this point, I'm gonna get back on my phone and I'm gonna pull up my contacts list and I'm gonna send a message. Greg, Lord Almighty, GM, can I send you a DM about what I want to send?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just send it to me there, and while you're sending that to me, I'm gonna say Vash, what you can type. Have a second, type this out. Okay, we're not just all sitting here staring at each other. Vash, your phone, you get a text message on there as well.
Obviously, I immediately check mine. Like it's already in my hand.
Yeah, yours is it's from an unknown number.
Mm-hmm.
And it says on there simply, what? Sorry. How would he put this? Basically, are you? No. Warning. Last warning. Don't talk. Warning. Don't talk about the pixie dust anymore. And then just -R.
I just type back, yes, sir.
Okay.
Well. Okay. Well, I should have gotten rid of that memory instead. So we'll just work with this then. Okay. Great. So Coley, why is killing the homeless man such a big deal? I mean, obviously because of murder. I mean, outside of that.
I'm not entirely sure. I just received this text message that said that there had been somebody is looking for you, and that person is probably not ideal in as far as people are to have looking for you.
Was it just one person?
It's not necessarily about the person. It's about who they represent.
Who do they represent? Right? I was like, Gizzard could take him. Or the wizard. It's just one guy. Yeah.
We're not going to kill this person.
We don't have to kill them.
They're going to start shit. They're going to get shit. Like.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we don't know who they are or what they're doing, so why would we run? Why don't we just tell them it was a misunderstanding? Be very clear and upfront and honest.
So yeah, Coley, you guys see Coley's phone buzz again real quick.
Yeah.
She got a text message back from whoever texted. Do me a favor real quick, everyone but Coley, roll me a perception check. You're trying to beat a 15. Vash, roll with advantage.
19.
12.
10.
19.
Okay. Which would make sense in this particular case, very much so. Man, the dice tell the story. Vash and Frankie, you noticed whenever she sent out this text, she reached into her purse and pulled out a totally separate phone to send this text to, and that she's texting with that phone back and forth. Amber, King, phone's a phone, and you guys in this world, it's a magic little black box as far as you go. It could take your soul. That's what you know.
Coley.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That's why I didn't want to take in a video stuff.
Is that a burner phone? Who do you work for? What is happening?
It is not a burner phone.
Why do you have 2 phones?
Why do you not have 2 phones?
Like, I don't even want to have one phone. Why does anybody have more than one?
I just want to know.
Is it the same feature in both phones?
I use one of them to capture people's likeness, and then I put their souls inside of it.
So you're talking to a soul.
I told
Is that
you.
also where you put the cylinder?
You wish. That information will not be coming out anytime soon. Okay.
Coley, what is going on, man? Look, some guy attacked us on the street. I handled the situation. I'm sorry we didn't run, but there wasn't a whole lot I could do in that moment. Then we ended up going to the creepy lady's house. Vash ended up giving up a memory. Like, now you're telling us that we're in trouble. Like, I want to help you out,
when you
but you
kill
gotta...
someone, there are consequences, and y'all are like messing with the vibe of the city.
Self-defense.
He started it.
We didn't attack him. So I think that if we just tell them and be honest, I think we'll be fine. Honesty is the best policy.
I mean, I don't know I'd go that far, Vash, but he did start it.
And who are these people again?
We haven't figured that out. She hasn't told us who they are yet. Just that her people are coming.
Like,
And do we
who's mad at us?
trust people that Coley wants us to trust? Because I feel like that hasn't gone well.
Ooh, shots fired.
Y'all can believe what you want, but I have been here for quite a long time.
I know, but if you want us to cooperate, you gotta tell us more. I mean, I can't just keep going on blind trust. My world has been turned upside down recently. I mean, shit, not that long ago, I thought y'all were just regular people. And now I find out that you're not regular people. So, like, you gotta bear with me a little bit if I'm not feeling very trustworthy at this moment.
Okay. All right. How much do you know about the different factions of Erda?
I know nothing of Erda except for that this crazy man and crazy girl are from there. So is everybody?
No.
There?
This is Erda. Where we live. This is Erda. How much do you know about the different factions here?
Do you mean like the different boroughs?
No, factions.
I know I work for one.
I thought you worked for Dick.
I do, and he's the leader of what's called the Unseen. We handle the finances and financial district for everything that happens on Erda. So.
Okay. Does anybody else know anything else?
Well, I don't know that Gizzard and Amber would know anybody here.
I don't know Dick.
Literally.
Well, you never know. They might have met at some other point in time, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. They wouldn't know that right now. Yeah, exactly.
I've been with you the whole time, so.
Well, she knows our
But that
faction.
doesn't mean that
Yeah.
Amber doesn't know somebody here
It's true. It's true.
at some point later in the future.
I know that my
Assume I'll
faction
meet some
isn't.
people.
Yeah. We're gonna need some more people here real quick.
So this is all we know is the Unseen. Okay. There are 9 different factions in New York City. All right. There is the Unseen. They're in the financial district, as Vash said. There's the Shenu. They're in Central Park. There's the Shadowvar. They're on the west side. They are who we do not want to mess with. There are the Black Hats. They're on the east side. The Council of Nine. They're in the multiple boroughs. The Ancient Ones. They're in Harlem. The Gut Rockers. They're everywhere. And the Underfolk, who are in the underground. Right now, we have somebody that's looking for us. Based on my text. That is the Black Cats.
What do we know about the Black Cats?
And say, Vash, you could roll for this. Give me a history check. I don't want to drop all of this on Coley and Vash to have to explain all of it, but I can.
Use the history. Oh, hell yeah. 18.
18. All right.
Yeah.
That's enough. And then Coley, would you give me a roll 2 for the Black Hats?
Okay.
Let's see, history-wise, how much you know.
Let's see, history. 10.
With advantage, like, because I know you know this, but no, I'll wait till the dice realize that you don't know how much, but yeah.
Okay. What is with advantage?
Roll it again and take the two highest, or the one whichever is the highest, you roll it twice and take whichever is the
16.
highest. Okay, yeah. So, Vash, you know a fair amount about the Black Hats. In fact, you know the Black Hats don't like you already. As you said before, you're red. Your ledger is red with the Black Hats, as most other factions in here, because you work closely with Dick Strongthorn, who is the leader of the Unseen. Valerie, his assistant, is your boss, and so you kind of know that too. So pretty high level there as far as that is concerned. The Black Hats cover basically all of the east side of New York, which on the map that I'm sharing on the screen here is the bottom, because Manhattan's weird New York deal, kind of the only way I could fit it on a shared screen is to go sideways with it. So you know of this Black Hats is led by a gnome called Bobby Knocker Knackle. He's been here for a very long time, and he, like the Black Hats, have over the years, probably since a little into early 2000s, have taken over a lot of the east side. What was a small amount of territory, they took over a lot in that moment. Hence the reason they don't like you, because Dick Strongthorn and the Unseen, as you know, want some of these pretty nice neighborhoods and money-wise go in there to buy some things, kind of thing. For that reason, you've probably been tasked a few times to try to sabotage some of Bobby Knocker's things, a little tech-wise under that. So he doesn't necessarily like you too much, but that being said, where you killed the wizard would have clearly been in the Black Hat's territory. In this moment, all that to say, that's what I would say you guys know is about Todd, is Bobby Knocker's right hand man. And Todd is a short dwarf that wears a cowboy hat and does not talk. Period. Coley, you wouldn't know this necessarily. You just know that Todd's a man of few words in your mind. But Vash, you would know this from a little back. Things that you've gotten from threads on things, especially because you know it's because Todd at one point told you some stuff and was considered maybe even an informant. And therefore, to prove his worth and value to Bobby Knocker, after basically a slip of the tongue, it wasn't on purpose on Todd's side, but a slip of the tongue. He said just he would never talk again, period. And so that's why Todd does not talk in this moment. But yeah, so whoever Coley is texting with, she's getting information back now that basically the Black Hats don't like your group because you killed somebody in their territory.
So you should have probably led with the Black Hats. That's kind of important. I'm not really in good favor with them, and I think, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem.
I feel like if we just go explain to them that like we didn't do it intentionally, like he started it. Like we had no other choice.
So they don't care, honestly. They really just want an eye for an eye. Frankie, it was nice knowing you. Yeah. So, because I think that if I go to work, I'm probably safest there because they're probably not going to come and get me in my district. Allegedly, I don't know. Probably not going to bit rough sometimes.
We're not going to let anything happen to you.
Yeah, thanks.
But I need to get back to my contact. So, how are we going to play this?
Yeah, well, you guys have been talking through this. Coley's phone is like buzzed 3 or 4 different times.
Do you want them to visit us here, or do you want to lead with the story there?
You guys are more familiar. What do you think safer?
I mean, I like bringing them to neutral territory.
How long do we have? Do we know? Now, as reluctant as I am to see another one of your contacts, because I'm not sure what else I can give, what is our alternative and who is your contact? Little heads up this time rather than let's go to the brain sucking lady.
I am not going to burn my contacts.
But that's what you offered. That was your first option.
Don't use logic. This is not a logical thing right now.
Yeah.
Both of my contacts before were fine. You were the one that chose to give them one of your memories.
You didn't have much of an option in that regard.
We had an option. You just chose to do it.
Running is not always an option.
I feel like that would also burn your contact.
Right?
And I think they're after all of us, not just one of us. So, Kali, if you don't give us more information, I think you're also on that proverbial chopping block.
So
guilty by association.
Amber.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Jeez.
I love how you guys become best friends in the span of 24 hours. It's so good.
It's so good. So good. So our options are to bring them here and have a discussion. Okay, hold on. Any more information on the texts? Like, did they ask us to meet them somewhere? Is there like a high noon situation happening? Like, do we need to come gunslinging?
They need to see us now.
Where?
Their territory.
Do we have to have a discussion?
If you don't want to start a war.
How is killing one bum starting a war?
How big of a war are we talking here?
I mean, Gizzard's pretty big. I wouldn't consider him like a whole war. He'd more be like a little militia or something like that.
Territory. The factions fight over territory. My contact says they think that you are moving in and trying to take their territory with the killing of the wizard.
Just tell them I was cleaning up their streets.
Cleaning up the streets.
Like zero regard for life. Yeah, I like them.
Y'all are monsters anyways. It's fine. It's cool. Here's some bunch of shit that I've seen in like the past 24 hours. You're all some crazy stuff. Why not? Then I say we should do the right thing, and we need to set it to a vote. Let's vote. Everybody raise your hand if you want to go see Coley's contact.
Are we going to see Coley's contact, or are we going to see this Bobby
wants to
knockabout.
see us.
Well, that's how votes work. You have two options, and then you raise your hand for the first, and then you raise your hand for the second.
Naked gnome, 10 p.m.
We're going to see a naked gnome.
At 10?
No, it's a bar.
I thought we were. I don't feel we have time for this.
Something like that.
I mean, coolly, I knew you were into some shit, but all right.
Well, I mean, okay. Bobby wants to talk to us. We've got to be at the Naked Gnome at 10. And it came with the caveat, be there or we will hunt you down.
I guess we're going to see naked gnomes.
Let's go to the. Anybody know where the Naked Gnome is? I'm not really familiar with half-dressed small people, or mostly undressed small people.
Not here.
Right.
I do not have that in my history, so I don't know where it is.
Hold on a second. Bash whips out his phone.
I assume on the east part of.
My Google search is ruined. Somebody burned my web history when I die.
Isn't that like etched into your arm somewhere?
Yeah, it is. Somewhere. That's my fail safe. Delete my web browser see when I die. All right, so I find using the app. I find the Naked Gnome.
Yeah, you find it easily.
Yeah.
It pops up. It's 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars.
3.5 stars. Yeah, 3.5 stars.
Yep.
Food was okay, but there was no naked gnomes, so disappointed like first view at the top of it. It's the review.
Apparently, this is a perfect restaurant. Then, based off of the time, if we leave now, we can hop on the train and get there in enough time. That's my vote.
All right, let's go do this.
Let's do it.
Can we just hold on a second? I had to go upstairs just for 1 second to go to my apartment. I'll be right back. I promise. I'll be right back.
What are you getting?
I'm not getting anything. I have to go take care of my stuff in my house. And Vash quickly jumps up, throws the stuff in his backpack, and runs out the door.
Okay.
Running out and going, be right back.
All right. Okay. Yeah, because you got what you're doing that. I'm confused as I get a message over here as a secret. So many secrets. Oh, I love it. 100%.
I have a feeling he's not coming back, guys.
Nah. It's a few minutes later, Frankie, and you're going in the back and you're punching out, you're putting in the deal, you're punching out, and you go finish and you wave goodbye to everyone in the back while they're finishing cleaning up the back kitchen area, and you guys go out the front door. And as you come out the front door, you see Vash coming down the sidewalk a little bit, and they're just walking up.
Okay, good. We're good, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm good.
I thought for sure you were ditching us.
No. Well, where else would I go? My apartment's right here.
Uttered.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, let's go to the Naked Gnome.
All right. So you're gonna go over the nearest subway entrance. Just start down the stairs, catch the train, and you guys are heading up to the Upper East Side. A few stops go by. King Gizzard, I'm picking on you just because I can. Roll me a d10, please.
Oh, God. Make sure I got the right one. Right. Cool. 6.
6. All right. So you guys keep coming along, and you guys come out of the subway stop a few blocks away from where you can Vash see on your phone that the Naked Gnome is located. It's pretty late at night. And as you guys are coming out of the next intersection, you see blue and red lights just flashing all over the place. Cars backed up and horns honking in the middle of the street. It's just a car, a crash there. Like one hit into the other, full T-bone in the middle of this intersection. And yeah, you guys are walking up on this like crazy incident with police officers all around. Everybody's sitting there. A couple of people are sitting on the side of the street. You can tell it's just kind of you see this tiefling, his head hurting on the side of stuff and like that. And Coley, roll for me a perception check.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Okay then. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Do you guys want to interact with this car?
Oh wait, it's a 6 because I have a +5 modifier for perception.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, good to know in the future. Still, you don't see anything, but yes.
You really saw nothing.
You really saw nothing. Well, it's with the sick, it's still low, but on that, yeah, Coley's wondering in this stuff. So yeah, you guys want to interact with this as you keep on going?
I'm just gonna kind of like go up to Coley and be like, so are the cops part of any of these factions?
Lord Almighty, I don't know how to answer
I'm
that.
laughing my ass off because I just jokingly put that in my Zoom thing, so that's why you're calling me that.
Perfect.
I'm gonna have to change that every week. It's gonna just be hilarious.
Oh wait, well, some of them may be in with one of the factions. I do know that.
Do we trust them?
No.
So there's only one or two more factions that are actually more powerful than the Unseen. I don't know too much about them, but I do know that they manage most of our law enforcement, and that's the Shadow Bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
That
okay.
I do know. But I thought
they were we were running from last night, so
they own the library too, don't they?
Yep,
I think they
sure do.
Yeah. So they own most of the public offices and buildings, and most of the authority out here.
They do bad things in the library.
I don't know that any of the factions actually do good things. So
Who goes to the library anyways?
I'm a big fan of libraries.
Oh,
You know,
we learned something
spend a
new
little
about Amber today.
Yeah.
Just use my phone.
Well, that's good to know.
But in my mind, this conversation is happening as like there's like chaos in the streets all around you. Just walking past
Staring
it.
at my
It's great.
phone.
I love
Look
it.
at, again, just like
Okay.
blindly looking at my phone.
At this point, I'm just gonna say, hey, I need to just pop in to use the restroom over here real fast. I will be 2 seconds.
I'm just gonna kind of like look around the car crash scene and just see what's up, right? Like I'm a nosy New Yorker, so I want to see what's happening.
Bash is taking pictures.
I'm trying to fathom what a car is.
Love it.
I'm trying to figure out why it's
Love it.
right.
Yeah,
Magic.
where's all the horses?
Oh, there's like 600.
I mean,
of them
there's
underneath that
probably
hood.
a bunch of horses around.
They're in Central Park.
Yeah, I was like, I take that back.
Vash slaps the hood of the car. You can fit so many horses in this bad boy.
Frankie, roll an investigation for me.
I would love to. Uh, 19.
Okay, you 19. Check over here. You notice one of the people sitting on the ground that's kind of holding this. He's got a gauze against his head. It's a tiefling, this male tiefling that's sitting there, and he's got a black hat on the back of his head. This kind of little yarmulke. It's black and it's back on there.
Cooley just stepped away and so did Vash. But I'm just gonna kind of like nudge them, like nudge them and be like, hey, that's a black hat. Is that a black hat? Is he with the black hats? Is this what you talk about when you mean the black hats? Is it literal black hats?
Yeah, that's you're nudging Vash because he's not the one in the bathroom. Yeah, he's back now.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever met a black hat before, so I don't know if that's their calling card or if they all wear one. I can't say that I've ever seen a lot of black hats.
Or is he just Jewish? Are the Jews all part of the Black Hats? I'm so confused right now.
Who are the Jewish?
Oh, so that's like a religion here. And then I like turn off and have like a whole side conversation with Gizzard.
Vash is just one of those. Okay.
Yeah, so King Gizzard started learning about Judaism in today's episode of Back Alley Brothers.
So,
Ballers.
So all this is happening. Vash is keeping an eye on Amber to make sure that she doesn't like get hit by a car or something passing through, or getting just snatched up, because we all just apparently walked off on our own. But Vash is also kind of seeing around what's going on, how bad's the accident, are people getting helped, that type of deal.
King Gizzard learns about Judaism.
Sure. I got new dice this time, guys.
Roll me an
Son of a
investigation check.
bitch, that motherfucker. Investigation? 10.
Yeah, 10's good enough. You're looking around and stuff, and it's you see this elf with a black beanie on. It's kind of funny because it's like high, it's kind of like hipster style, right? And so up on that, the ears are pointing out of it, and he walks over to the tiefling, kind of pats him on the back and whispers in his ear, and you see the guy go like kind of nod, and then he walks over to one of the police officer and gives him a very elongated handshake, kind of slips out and then pats him on the shoulder and walks back to the tiefling and just kind of sits down next to him, puts his hand on his shoulder, gives him a thumbs up.
And I can see he has ears pointing out of his hat, yes?
Yes, it's clearly an elf.
You say that.
Yeah.
How close to this are we? Like, are we, like, when we pass by the people, are we within like feet or yards?
Well, I'm gonna say, because here's what I'm gonna say is Coley went into like this restaurant that was right behind you, and so you guys are all standing in front of this bodega waiting for Coley to come back out, and she had to go into the bathroom apparently, and so you guys are all standing there. Frankie's talking to King Gizzard about the intricacies of how Shabbat and how the menorah story of how that all went with King Gizzard's sitting there and just wound up into this conversation. So you're kind of standing there while all that's happening. Vash is sitting there like with his phone taking pictures and looking down for a few seconds. So this kind of is all happening while you guys are standing there waiting for the Cole to finish in the bathroom.
Nice.
Sorry, you gotta tell me that.
Button?
She did.
Good point. By the way, you guys don't have to hide everything. You guys can
we just have to know that we don't hear it. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. You guys can ask me things. You don't have to keep this all hidden. It's just so funny. I just like...
I don't know.
So sneaky.
Maybe I want to keep it hidden.
Da, da, da.
Okay, so first thing, I don't know what the sheet is on top of the summary sheet, so you have good bad relationship. All in personality, that's all in your connections one, so don't have any connection.
Okay, you moved it there?
Yeah, you don't have any connection with Bobby. It's just with Todd, and you have your connection with him.
Okay, but we rolled for that like before session 0 or whatever.
Last session.
Yeah, and so what you're trying to see is what the black hats...
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
With them, so that's what's going on there. But, and then Coley thing, you have clothes in your bag.
Okay. And then I'm done in the bathroom, so I come out now.
So she comes out, and then I'm gonna like nudge her and be like, "Hey, that guy has like a black. Is he a cat? Is he a black cat?
Well,
Is that
first things first, though. Coley doesn't come out. What you see when she walks out? What do they see, Coley, when she walks out?
What do they see?
Yeah.
They see this big burly man who has like a grizzled beard and like looks like he's been, roaming the streets for a while. Yeah.
So you see what might be another homeless man that just walks out, but he has
Then I'm gonna like nudge King Gizzards.
Yeah. Underneath his jacket, over top, kind of, you see underneath Coley's purse.
So like, at first, I'm gonna like nudge King Gizzard and be like, "Do you know him?" And then I notice Coley's purse, and now I'm going up to him, and because I'm gonna assume that he, stole Coley's purse in the bathroom, and like she's knocked out somewhere. So
Awfully brave of you to assume that all homeless people know each other.
I'm just asking. New York is a small city and a big city. Like, people know things. So I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna shove him and be like, "What did you do with Coley?" And like grab the purse.
Frankie, before you try and take my things, I'm gonna tell you this one time. From now on, until I'm back in my normal face, you're gonna talk to me as Lazarus.
Coley?
That's right.
What happened? Why do you look like this? You what?
We're going to see my contact. I can't burn my other face right now.
You have different faces?
Well, I would think that would be obvious based on this look.
Obvious? How is that obvious? And then I like turn and look at King Gizzard. I'm like, "Do you have different faces?"
No.
And then I look at Amber and I go, "Do you have different faces?"
We'll see.
We can change our faces?
You can't. I can.
I want to change faces.
Why, Frankie? You're beautiful.
So are you, and then you chose this.
What, you don't think it's handsome?
I'm gonna like reach up and like stroke your beard. I mean,
That's
this is
nice, right?
soft though. Yeah. You conditioning that? It's
Absolutely. Nice. And oil.
Oh, essential. So what's your name now?
Lazarus.
Lazarus. Can I call you Laz?
Sure.
Lazarus. Lazarus. Okay.
So is this so they don't think you were there last time?
This is who my contact knows me as, Lazarus.
Wait, is Lazarus your true form or is Coley your true form? Now I'm confused. Oh no. And you just kind of see me like fade away and just like start wildly overthinking everything.
I picture Frankie like talking to herself. So like Batman, because Batman has Bruce Wayne,
And then Coley has
but Bruce Wayne is like technically Batman's alter, like.
Or is it more like Deadpool? Or yeah, we're cycling now.
I'm Lazarus.
I am Lazarus.
Yep, nice.
All right. So in my mind, Coley's taking the lead and heading up the block at this point, kind of being Lazarus and leading the way. And as you're about a block away from the Naked Gnome, you see standing in front of this dwarf, standing in front of almost like a bouncer-like dude. Just black cowboy hat on, standing there.
Bash looks up and goes, "We're here."
I'm gonna go forward to Todd and be like, "Hey Todd, got your message."
You just go to him and he looks back at the rest of her and goes,
Yeah, they're the ones you were wanting to learn more about. We're here to see Bobby.
and he goes, sorry, I got this into 360, so I decided it was going into my face mode for a second there.
That was real nice.
That was a good dramatic zoom.
It was.
He doesn't go back. Like, you could see, like, he's standing in front of the bar entrance, and he goes like to the side door real quick, and he goes inside there real quick while you guys are all standing in front of the bar, and you guys can hear a little bit of music inside and some laughter. It's late, but there's some fun going on inside there. A few minutes go by, a few more minutes, but it's early, and you guys are about 15 minutes early at this point. Does anybody want to go into the bar?
Oh God!
Damn straight, I do.
Send the New Yorker.
Are you sure there's not naked gnomes in there?
No, the strip joint is done.
Oh my God!
I'm just gonna like tiptoe over to the door and just kind of like see if I can push it open.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta push it open and you look in there. Typical kind of New York dive bar in a sense. You see this large bar on one side, kind of narrow and it's cramped as far as that's concerned. I'm gonna have to turn that thing off because it keeps wanting to see me now, and I'm gonna follow me over here and over here.
Stop talking with your hands, New Yorker.
Shut up. But yeah, it's dark and music's going on, and you see, well, there's no naked gnomes dancing around. There's a lot of gnomes in this freaking bar, like comparatively to most other places where gnomes kind of hang out. There's not just all gnomes, of course, but it's definitely like it's the joint where everybody wants to go hang out if it's that case.
I'm just gonna kind of like look back at the rest and like kind of like give them like one of these, and I'm gonna start doing this and walk in.
Yeah, it's kind of full up going on. I wish I had like music that could change over to more bar related style. I don't know. I don't think I have anything I could work with right now. I need to have that next time for the music for the bar to pop into. Yeah, so you guys see Frankie just walk into the bar, kind of head bobbing.
Obviously, yeah, I'm following. Phone out and everything.
Okay.
Same.
Same.
No phone though.
All right, yeah. Music going on. There's a couple of people. There's not really a dance floor or anything. It's just really loud music, full bar behind it. Everything is going on. And what's interesting is you see a couple of gnomes working behind the bar and a halfling as well. Kind of like, oh, this is where they're hanging out. It's going on. And yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna order a drink.
What can I get ya?
Whiskey, 2 fingers.
He goes, my fingers are yours.
Clearly mine.
Okay, good. You can see there's smaller glasses and bigger glasses. He grabs one of the bigger glasses, slides across, and hands you the whiskey and goes, you got a card? You want to open tab or just pay for it right now?
Just cash.
Okay, $9.
$9. All right. And I slide like a 10 across the bar at him.
Do you want change?
No.
Good. cheap, though.
Thanks. Next time I won't leave it. Small 2 fingers.
They get the job done.
I don't know about that.
Vash, are you standing there? I imagine he's like...
Oh, yeah. Literally just watching this whole thing. He just kind of like reaches under his hood and turns down a little bit and just like puts his hand back down, just flabbergasted about the whole social experience that just went down.
Awesome. So what can I get for you?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. And he looks around. Nice lizard.
Water, please.
Vodka?
What's vodka?
Okay.
Oh no.
You just see him grabbing the deal, pouring a glass, and he's like looking at you, and he's like, $9. Puts it across to you. That'll be $9.
Frankie, you got money? Homeless.
Yeah, I got you. And I reach in and I pull out a 5 and 4 ones this time.
I see how it is.
Call me cheap. I'm gonna do what you call me.
I thought you were fun.
Oh, baby, I am fun.
I'll get you later after a few more drinks.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm liking these short men.
Short kings all around.
Short kings, baby.
King Gizzard. It doesn't smell like mead. It doesn't smell like beer. Actually, I think he's giving you good vodka. It doesn't have much of a smell to it at all.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna hold my glass up to him to like cheers.
All right.
And we're gonna cheers. And I'm just gonna take a little sip.
I'm gonna slam it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Roll me a con save. Let's say 12.
Oh no.
Oh, 1.
Are you serious?
Dice tell the story.
Oh no.
The dice tell the story. You're not drunk or anything. It was just to see your reaction. Oh yeah,
I got a plus 6
burned.
to it though.
Still
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a 12.
Yep.
You guys can see him pop back, and you see like this full one eye. He's full on coughing as hard as it can be. Like it's just burned all the way down.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, I don't think I would have shot that. Sip it.
Why ask for water?
Well, now you know.
Vash kind of shovels out of the way and points to Amber and then points to the bar. It's just like, your turn.
Mm-hmm. What can I get for you? What can I get for you, Snow White?
Wrong hair color? Just kidding. Wrong princess, you know? Do you have last season's mead?
What?
Last season's mead. It should be like a boysenberry.
I gotcha. Turns around and you see him mixing some stuff, reaching in there, and so it turns around and it's like a blue drink with some blueberries floating on top of it. Got a spring of mint in there too. $15.
15.
There's a few things in there, man. Made it myself.
And
I'm a little bit of a mixologist.
I look around and I just realize I'm the only one that has money, and I'm gonna look at Vash and I'm gonna be like, Vash, can you pay for this one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I got it. So Vash takes his card out and just hands it to the guy.
Cool. Do you want to open a tab?
No.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Do you want to leave a tip?
It looks at Frankie. Yes.
Okay, I'll do that for you. He doesn't ask
Thank
how
you.
much and just turns around.
And Vash does not tell him how much.
You see him go over to the register and comes back with a little clipboard and place the sign, your pin, and place the sign, slides it across the table, and turns around and goes right back.
And then I
Vash.
hand Vash a crumpled wad of bills because I have been collecting as we've been on a walk.
Oh, Vash kind of looks at him, sees like all the money, grubby crap. No, thank you. It's okay. No, thank you. And just signs the paper and then takes his card and slides it back. Enjoy that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have a nice little blueberry drink there, Amber.
And I'm gonna go cook. Laz, do you want a drink?
No, I want to keep my wits about me.
Oh.
He's good.
It's okay. We don't serve homeless people anyway.
Joke's on you.
No, you can't use the bathroom. And he goes back to working.
I love this bar. Take that, cheers.
About this time, because I want to. This could be hilarious in my mind. You see this halfling guy walk up with this gold sequin kind of shirt, deep open V. Yeah, you know, it's open almost, and a little bit of a deep V coming up out of the top of it is hair, white pants, and he's coming up to you, Frankie, and he's kind of, yeah! How you doing?
I'm doing good. And I kind of shimmy in his face. Yeah.
I lean over to Vash and I ask him what the hell they're doing.
And Vash just leans back and goes, I have no idea.
I haven't seen you around here before.
I haven't been around here before. I might have to come back, though. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Vash.
Yeah. Say okay,
Is
good.
Vash, is this some sort of mating ritual in this world?
And I hear him say that, and I turn back and I go, if I'm lucky.
I have no words. And all of a sudden, Vash just.
All right, just take it. About that time, the door opens up, and you see the dwarf with the cowboy hat on, and he's just kind of waving at you guys and waves for you to come follow him.
Vash starts tapping on people's shoulders and kind of pointing this way, this way.
All right, I gotta go now. Bye.
All right, come back. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, you will.
I get lucky. Woo! All right, so yeah, you guys follow out, and here's what you hear behind you as the door shuts. It's a. He opens the door next to it, and you guys just see a flight of stairs go up, and Todd is just kind of over his shoulder as he walks up, and you guys go up, and it's pretty much just black painted walls, but there's a wallpaper on the side of it. It's very elegant, like a gold filigree wallpaper with a wood base on the bottom of it. Dark mahogany stairs that you guys are going up about a flight on top of it, and you can tell, you guys are heading to whatever place is above. The bar here, you get to the top and there's a door to the right, and you see Todd kind of walk over to the door, and he puts his hand on it, and he turns and looks at the rest of you just to make sure that you guys are all following him and caught up to him, And at that point, you guys are all there. He opens up the door, and you guys walk into this massive office. No chairs or anything. It's just kind of on the far side of the room is probably just like I'm going to say it's 40 by 40 room. On the other side of this room is a huge mahogany desk. Behind it is a bookshelf, and on the bookshelves there's sides filled with different books, but you also like trinkets and memorabilia and different kind of things all around. But behind the desk is these two swords just overlapped on top of mounted above it. And there's this door to the left that would be leading to the desk, and Todd kind of stands there and waits for all you guys to walk in and gather in like the open space. And he shuts the door behind you, and he takes off his hat and holds it to his chest, and he goes, "Now presenting!" And this is the first time you guys have ever heard him talk Coley. You've never heard him talk, period. He goes, "Now presenting only son of Audrey and Valorn, champion of the Valley of Chantia, wanderer of the Underdark, killer of trolls, protector and savior of Waterdeep, founder of the Naked Gnome, survivor of the Mad Mage, brother of the Bright Axes, prophet of Amorn, defeater of the Beholder Xanathon, survivor of the Dark Sun, slayer of the Yawn of the Vampire Mindflare, traveler of the Plains, defeater of Blub, toppler of the Sixth House, touched by Anumis and drinker of fine brews, Bobby Knocker Knackle of the Knackles of the North." And you see him stop and puts his hat back on his head, and in walks from this side room, this side door, this gnome. Big black beard, he's wearing a black robe, black shirt, but it's got a gold like priest collar. Instead of a white collar there, it's gold. He's got this huge stove top leather cap on top of him that without it, you know he's maybe like 3'6", but with that hat on, he's got to be like a solid 4'11" kind of situation. Walking in, like you get through that, you see him, he walks up behind the desk, like you can kind of see like the hat's way above it, but you can see the top of his head, and then you can definitely see him walking upstairs to kind of sit down behind the desk to where it'd be almost normal height. He sits down and he looks over and he goes, "That'll be enough, Todd. You can wait outside for me."
I'm gonna like very awkwardly like bow, because I feel like that long of a title probably means something. And then I'm gonna hit King Gizzard because he's standing next to me to kind of like do the same, and then whisper like, "Why don't you have a cool title like that?"
I do. King Gizzard.
It's not nearly as impressive. I'm like still like bowing, like waiting for Bobby to like acknowledge me.
He kind of sits down and he's like, grabs a stack of papers, stacks it neatly, puts it back down in front of him. Like literally doesn't do anything with it, but just kind of, no one looks at you guys, almost like he's in his own time schedule here, but he just kind of sits back, crosses his arm, and stares at each one of you, just one by one, just kind of sizing you up a little bit, and you can see that he's calculating.
I like shift my other foot as I'm bowing, just like I'm clearly like waiting to like say something.
Okay, he kind of looks at the rest of you just to see if you're going to bow too. Okay.
And I'm like looking around and no one else is bowing. I'm like,
I don't.
Yeah, he just goes, "That's not necessary, my dear. You're okay."
Sorry.
So he looks over at you, Vash, and he goes, "You, I know."
Yeah, sorry.
He looks over at Lazarus and he goes, "You, I kind of know. You other three, I don't know. Kind of new on the block. And I've been hearing words of back alley brawlers."
It's a work in progress.
I like it. It's okay. What I don't like is people being killed on my turf. Care to explain yourselves?
So what happened was, my friend King Gizzard here was just walking down the street, and this homeless guy came up and started some shit. And, don't start none, there won't be none. And so we had to handle that. I mean, we tried to walk away, but he wouldn't let us, and so we mean no offense, but it just kind of happened. Sir, Your Excellence, sir.
And kind of looks over at you, Lazarus. Is that your take on it?
Yeah, we might have a couple of people that are a little new to the area, so they don't really know what. I've been working a little bit here or there with them to give them some information, let them know about the factions and people that they probably don't want to mess with. Of course, I mentioned you, that's why we're here right now. So, yeah, it was just all a big misunderstanding.
I can see misunderstandings happening. And you, Robot Boy, what part did you play in this?
These are my friends. So I've just been hanging out with them the whole time. So yeah, I think we were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we humbly apologize, and we'll just go right back to our place if you're okay with that, and just stay out of trouble, if that would be fine.
Clearly, you were in the wrong place if you were there.
Yeah. I didn't even really want to go. I just had to go to work. You know how that goes.
I don't like to work much.
Bash just kind of bows his head a little bit.
The other two here. What part are you playing in all this?
Well, as our friend Laz said, we're new here. We're still trying to get acquainted to it. The guy attacked me, and we had to defend ourselves.
New here. Where are you from?
Yeah. Your man Todd actually alluded to it in your title, so I'm curious to get to talk to you a little bit. We're from Waterdeep.
Both of you?
We're not exactly sure how we got here.
That's what everyone says.
Well, that's the case.
I mean, technically, I was born here, so I do know how I got here, but I can see how other people wouldn't know how they got here.
You see, when a man loves a woman, when a woman or they come into a platonic agreement, or a woman goes to a clinic. Anyways, we're off topic here.
I've been here for a year now, and I still don't know exactly where here is.
The love of God, for the 50th time, we're in New York.
It doesn't make sense. I know we've talked about it. It doesn't compute in my tiny little homeless brain, okay?
Well, at least you admit that it's a tiny little brain. Sorry, Mr. Knocker. We've talked about this a few times. Apologies.
No,
sir, Your Excellence.
Give me guys all like a perception check. Just like a 15, 16. We'll say higher than 15.
18.
Fantastic, because I got a 15.
I got 11.
All of us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody in
my
the room.
bad. Sorry.
I saw Amber's roll. Hee hee.
Yeah, what did you get, Amber? Because I didn't catch it. I need to be in there. Oh, and you're muted.
Sorry, too many
11.
screens. I got an 11, and then I hit it again on
Okay.
accident, but I'll keep my first one, I guess.
The two of you that caught it, so King Gizzard and Frankie, you guys catch that Bobby is basically listening and taking as much information in as he can. Kind of just calculating a little bit in this moment. So he turns to you, Amber, but you don't catch the calculating part with your low rolling. He's just like, so did you come with Lizard Boy here?
That's complicated to answer. I don't know that I remember running into Lizard Boy, and then I remember waking up with everyone around. That's all I know.
Well, if no one's told you yet, welcome to New York City.
I swear to
You'll
God,
be
I
here
have
for a
told
while.
them like 17 fucking times.
Yeah. Well,
Did
you'll be here for a while, so might as well put you to use.
Why do you say we'll be
The
here?
problem is, it's like the Hotel California.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Again,
What a
I'm not familiar with
love.
Hotel California.
Oh,
or
dude,
anything like
it's such a good song. You'd really like
Is
it.
it-
I think you would.
Is it a good hotel?
Plenty of room at the hotel.
Which bard sings that?
Oh, it's the greatest
What
of all
region?
bards. No, I'm like, it's the Eagles, right?
It is the Eagles.
It's the Eagles, sir.
My brain was like, it's the Eagles, but then I know I'm about to say it out loud, and somebody's gonna be like,
I
"Are
was
you
trying to
kidding me?"
remember which people it was.
Yeah,
I
just can't.
He's like, it's sung by the Eagles, flying high in the
You and your
sky.
lion eyes. Get out of here.
But yeah, Bobby just kind of looks at you and goes, "See, the problem is, I'm down a man now."
What was his
The
job?
drunk guy?
Wait, the bum guy worked for you?
Thrain had his purposes.
He
I
had
think
a
you were
name.
down a man the whole time.
You could say, you don't judge a book by its cover.
Wait, did he have a black hat on?
I thought it was a red hat.
Do you have to have a black hat on to be in the Black Hats? I'm like asking this to Bobby now.
You have to become a black hat to know.
Oh,
Which puts it this way. You have two options. I either need a person added to my numbers, or maybe a few of my enemies need their numbers taken down.
so are you saying that one of us has to either come work for you or we have to go kill some more people?
Pretty bright.
Thanks, Mom said I was real smart.
Tell me more about this mom.
She's real great. You know, she was sleeping there for a minute, but we got her to wake up, which was really, I was worried about her for a second, but, she's good now, so.
I'm glad to hear that. It's
Yeah,
good to hear. It's good to know.
me too. So, if someone was to work for you, would it be like a long-term situation? Would it be like we do a job for you? Like, do you want us to help you recruit somebody? Like, I could go I saw some people on the street
No.
earlier that had black hats on. If you were looking for people with black hats, like, I can find you somebody to work for you. It was one of those
No,
people with
it's-
the horns. What are they called? And I like hit Vash and like the people with the horns. What are they?
Ow, ow, ow. They're called tieflings. Ow.
Don't say ow, you're made of metal.
It still hurts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we saw one of them tieflings earlier. We can get you one of them, maybe. I don't know.
Black Hats is a invitation only kind of situation.
Uh,
So I'm looking for a permanent kind of replacement. And some things I needed him to do quietly.
well, you already know Laz.
Lazarus is.
Yeah, it seems like he'd be good at that. Whatever that is.
Lazarus hasn't proven themselves either.
What did this
Oh.
what did this bum Thran do for you? Besides start shit on the street corner.
That's for me to know. But maybe prove yourselves with a few projects, and then yeah, maybe one of you could become a permanent member.
Well, I mean, like, what's the pay like? Is there benefits? Do we have vacation days? Do you cover sick time?
See, that's too many questions at this point. Strike one.
Well, I'm a very inquisitive person by nature. How do you think I got so smart?
Take that strike away.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want one of us to work for you, we should understand who we're working for, don't you think?
Maybe
Or
we can
what
get
would-
into that information after you prove yourselves a little bit. I don't trust everybody with everything.
Well, you see, Mr. Knocker, what I'm trying to figure out right now is
Mr. Knackle.
Should I try?
Mr. Knackle.
Knackle.
Last name's
Apologies, sir.
Knackle. Well, one of the last names is Knackle.
You had a very long title. I got lost
earned it.
halfway through. Apparently, you're a very impressive man. But I'm trying to figure out, would it be easier to prove myself to you, or would it be easier to just potentially take some names out of the ledger of your opponents, perhaps?
Well, as easy as you took out Thrain, probably the second might be easier on this situation. But,
He was a bum on the streets. What do you mean?
see, that's a strike there, if you can't see past the exterior.
So you have to understand, Mr. Knackle. Mr. Knackle.
Learning.
I am learning a lot in recent times, and I kind of like look to the rest of the group. So when you say you'd like for us to take some people out, do you got a list?
That
How
could
many?
be.
I mean, is this an eye for an eye? I hear that's kind of your style. And so an eye for an eye, so maybe we just take one from one of the other people?
Let's see. Then there's only 2 factions down a person.
Oh, so you want us to take one out of all of the rest of the factions?
Not all of them. Some of them I'm okay with. But there's a few that could probably be taken down.
Oh, who are you okay with?
You're asking the wrong person the right questions.
50-50 shot.
See, that's what I like. You're asking the questions, though. So,
Well, of course I am.
Take a strike.
Again, I'm very inquisitive.
let's just say names could be provided. Not tonight, though. I got other things to do. But
Well, how many were you talking here?
maybe 3, maybe 5.
Maybe 3, maybe 5. Well, which is it? 3? 5? Is it 4?
Depends which 3 of the 5. Or
Do you
maybe
need
all
them
5.
wiped out, or do you need them just maimed?
I like how you think. Let's just say not of any use to anyone anymore.
Wiped out. Got it.
Doesn't necessarily mean they have to be dead. There's a lot of ways people could be of no more use.
Dead's easier.
I mean, somebody was asleep for a year, apparently. Not much use to anyone during that time.
Huh. Mr. Knackle, I see how you got so many names and titles. You're a very smart man.
And you like to stroke egos. Strike.
Stroke egos or simply make inferences?
I see. So what will it be?
Well, if it's going to take a couple days for you to give us the names, I think we should have a couple days to decide, don't you? It's kind of a big decision for us to sit here and make in the moment without having a chance to confer with on each other.
It didn't take you that long to decide to take a man's life. That's
Again.
a big decision.
Was it a big decision or was it self-defense?
Self-defense is a little deceptive. You put a knife through his third and fourth rib right into his heart.
Not my fault that my knife landed in the right spot.
Did it land in the right spot, or did you put it there perfectly?
I mean, who's saying? Who knows?
Pretty skillful.
Maybe I got lucky.
I don't think you believe in luck, Frankie.
Don't you? I do believe in luck. In fact, I think I'm pretty damn lucky.
Well, I guess I'll be nice for tonight. I shouldn't be, but I'll give you 24 hours to decide.
See, another reason why you earned all those titles.
That's fine, but I'm not giving you any names because I don't need you knowing things that I don't need you knowing. I need commitment before I give information.
Commitment? Ooh, that's a scary word. I don't know why you'd use a word like that.
We're not talking long-term here.
Ooh,
Unless you choose
short term.
Option 1. Option 2.
So option 1 would be a long-term commitment?
It's a path towards long-term commitment.
Path towards is...
Let's be clear, I'm looking to replace someone. Or knock everyone else down a peg. Those are your two options.
You drive a hard bargain, sir. But 24 hours, that gives us time to talk amongst ourselves and figure out which would be the better path for us.
Could you maybe elaborate a little bit on what you're looking for in a replacement?
We'll see how well you do with the tasks that I'd give in that case. And then we can talk some more. But for now, that's all the information you need. I'm tired. I've got other things to do. You know your way out. And he hops opposite his chair, goes down the stairs, and walks out the door.
I kind of awkwardly bow again.
Okay. So you guys are kind of standing there quietly in this office now by yourselves.
We should go.
Todd, was it?
Well, Todd isn't in there.
Oh, Todd left.
Walked out.
Okay, it's
Todd
literally
walked
just
out.
us standing in an empty in the room by ourselves.
Can I look around his office and snoop a little bit?
If you want to, yes.
Yeah, of course I
I
do.
just walked to the door.
So King Gizzard's out. Frankie's...
Oh no, I don't walk out. I just walk to the door and I stand there.
Oh, you stand at the door. Okay, cool. Yeah, Frankie, give me an investigation check.
A 9.
Yep, lots of books here. I'd say with a 9, you're kind of looking around. Some of them are just like leather-bound books all around there. Few knickknacks here and there, but nothing really catches your eye.
Okay. Well, all right.
So let one other person, if they want to investigate, they can, but it's up to you guys if you want to keep snooping around.
I'll snoop.
All right, we're rolling an investigation check.
Sick.
Lots of leather-bound books and some knickknacks. That's about it.
We're so
6
good.
and a 9.
We're so good at snooping. So good at snooping.
Yep. 6 and 9.
Hooray!
You find a Kama Sutra book.
Oh,
Giggity.
Lazarus, do we leave now?
I mean, the bar's out there. We can just go get another drink.
I really have to get to work.
I'm ready to get out of here.
Vash, do
Yeah.
you even sleep?
I rest.
Do you like plug in?
No.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can head out if you guys want to be like that. And like as we walk out, I'm gonna make eye contact with like my little gold gnome and just wink at him and give him a little wave.
Nice to see you. Come on in. By the time you guys head back, yeah, the car accident has disappeared and all that kind of stuff. Like, not disappeared, but you know, it's gone. It's cleaned up while you guys have been in there and stuff. So traffic's moving now, but it's probably around 10:30 at night, depending on what you want to do.
So Vash, like, are you sure we have to like? You gotta go to sleep and go to work?
I do every day. That's the routine. I go to work, I get off work, I go to Wohop, and then I go back to my place and I sleep and I get up and I do it again.
Well, okay, buddy. I guess we're going home, everybody. So meet tomorrow after Vash is out of work to figure out what we want to do to write our ledger with the Bobby Knackle.
I can try and get out of work a little early and meet you guys down at Wohop.
Oh, Vash, a little early. Proud of you. Work-life balance.
I have a lot of PTO.
Yeah, you do. And again, you can't just take the day off?
No, they need me there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to tell them where you came from?
Oh, no. I try not to talk at work. That only gets me in trouble.
I've taught you well, and I just like pat his little head.
Thanks.
So I don't have a home. Where can I go?
Oh, you can crash with me and Ma. That's fine.
Okay.
Gizzard is usually somewhere nearby-ish.
I mean,
I'm
you
going to the park.
you technically crashed there for a year, so I don't think a couple more days is going to be a big deal.
Solid point. I would
You could
prefer to
sleep in
not
the
be in the
closet,
closet.
The couch is real comfy. You'll be fine, I promise.
Ooh.
Mom's got one of those recliners that go all the way back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy. When I broke it in, too. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So tomorrow, 4:30, Wohop, everybody?
Is anybody doing anything for the night until then, or do we want to fade to then?
I think we should fade to them. I don't have anything I need to do. Anybody else?
I don't know, Amber. You want to go get a drink?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good. I'm now gonna have this like, halfling in my head with this big old bushy.
I want to believe he had like a little gnome six-pack with some big old mantis.
I'm gonna imagine. So okay, fast forward. It's 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Frankie, your shift is coming to an end, but it's not the end of the day for Wohop. So everything's kind of buzzing. Everybody kind of slowly works their way in. Coley's back in her normal form, I imagine at this point. She doesn't necessarily like to walk around as Lazarus, but you guys are all at the table. Kind of sit around the table, and while you're sitting there, Coley, you get a buzz on your phone, and you begin this pretty regularly from Todd. Since this morning, where it's like 10 hours, 12. So now it's like you just got a text as you're sitting there, and everybody's walking up. It's 4 o'clock, and you got 6 hours. It's just that.
So, what do y'all want to do?
Option 2.
The whack-a-mole.
Wait, are we killing people? Or are we finding a replacement?
And so let me clarify really quickly, because I was having fun role-playing Bobby Knocker. It's always fun doing that. Option 1 is basically had some things he was going to probably have Thrain do for him. So you have to do those things for him now. And if you prove yourself well enough doing a bunch of those, one of you guys could become a permanent member of the Black Hats, if you want to. But until you prove yourself, he's not going to give you a chance to become a member of the Black Hats. Or, second, he'll give you a list of people you'll need to go knock off.
What if we just did a good enough job at some of the things for item 1 to, like, not be wanted back, but he just wants to be done with us, and then we don't have to murder a bunch more people?
I don't think that's how it works for that guy.
To be clear, he didn't ask you to kill anybody, just wants some indisposed.
We could get some more of that fairy dust.
So there are 2 ways. That is a great idea, Amber. I think there are 2 ways we could approach this. Number 1 is, well, there are a few things we need to consider, but number 1 is that we do not want any factions working against us and knowing that it's us. So any movements that we make one way or the other, we need to ensure that we are not burning bridges. Number 2 is if we go with option 1, we could become Black Hats, and that's not necessarily a bad thing to be part of. You know, could open certain doors for us down the line. Option number 2, it's a little trickier, and I think that we would definitely need to work out ways that we could play people against each other, so that misdirection is key here. And pixie dust is one great option.
Like, that's the thing. He said we had to dispose of people, right? So, like, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to kill. So we could get away with this with our hands clean.
I just want to point out that could be a conflict of interest for me, as I would prefer not to knock off anybody of my job. That would not be good.
So, like, are you a part of their faction?
Well, no, I just work there.
You sure there isn't anybody at work you want to knock off?
No?
Nobody?
No, thank you.
You sweet, sweet boy. Metal boy thing. It's still weird, Vash.
Yeah, nobody really gets used to it. Sorry.
I think I would feel more comfortable with the first option if I knew how many tasks there was. Or is this just going to become an unending list of things where we're just at his beck and call?
In all honesty,
that's what I'm worried about, and I don't really want to be in that guy's pocket. He's not really rubbing me the right way.
He might have some good information on Waterdeep and some other names that might be helpful for you and I, though.
That
we're not getting anywhere with Collie,
Nope.
and we're going to need some information soon.
Absolutely noted. That's why I'm good with working with him a little bit, but I don't want to be tied to him long term. And I think he seems like one of the guys that once you get tied in with him and you owe him something, you're going to keep owing him, and you're going to keep owing him, and you're going to keep owing him.
Well, in all honesty, what are our other options?
We could kill him.
I mean, not every. We can't kill everybody, Gizzard.
Also, you'd rather kill that one guy that has like this really long title and seems like he's been around for a while versus just like 3 random people?
We already killed one.
I'm better with randos than I am with somebody that I like know.
My vote would be that we do a job for him to at least prove ourselves, and then from there, figure out what our next moves are. We might be able to ascertain some more information based off of the job that he gives us, and then make a decision after that. Either way, we owe him a debt, and with these factions, they collect. The question is which one.
For that option.
So just let's do the first one and then see where it goes from there. We're not saying that we have to commit, and trust me, of all the factions, I don't know that I can even work with this one, but at least we can do something to pay our debt, an eye for an eye, and then figure it out from there.
Y'all know I'm terrified of commitment, but he did say short-term commitment.
I feel everything's short with him.
Vash, did you just make a joke?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm a warforged. I'm funny sometimes.
You're funny more than you think you are.
Thank you.
So option 1, King Gizzard, you gonna be okay with this?
Here we go.
Yep. I'm with you guys, as I have been for a year.
All right, Coley, I guess option 1. Do we have to go
Yeah,
see
I'll
again?
send him a text. So
Yes.
I'm gonna text Todd and let him know option 1.
Brain's fuzzy. Real quickly, option one's the one where you guys are gonna do some tasks, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You guys said that back. My brain was like, I think I said that. Like later, they're going to kill. I was also sitting there like I was trying to make sure I was prepped for whichever option you guys took. Like if you had taken option 2, had the names ready for who you were gonna take out. Coley, you just get a text back after you send that, and all it says is 1 manticore horn.
1 manticore horn? Okay.
Or I could just say Bobby wants a manticore horn.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the rest of the group. He wants a manticore horn.
Is a manticore one of those things that we saw last night? No, that was a
Tiefling.
tiefling. Okay, what's a manticore?
They are not easy to come by.
Coley, do you have one of those at your shop?
I am pretty certain I do not.
How does one get a manticore? Did he not give like directions or instructions, or just that's it? Just a manticore horn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I might know a guy that might be able to help us.
What is a manticore?
Okay, they're and I may be wrong. I don't know in D&D lore, but they're like a half bull, half man.
No, that's a minotaur.
Minotaur?
Yeah, that's a minotaur,
Okay.
actually.
So a manticore is actually.
Yeah, it's a like.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, that's a minotaur.
Excuse me. The manticore is typically, usually it has a human face. It's a body of a lion, and it usually has like wings. And it's usually got like a scorpion spiked tail at the back. So this is
that's right.
Yeah.
The babe was the one for Halloween.
Well, there you go. So yeah, so that's typically what a manticore is. They're pretty gnarly. I have no idea where we would find one in New York at all.
Also, the animal that you just described doesn't have horns.
Well, that's part of this whole thing. Manticores can look different, and a horn could also be a spike on the tail. So that's something that we need to look into. Again, I think that's part of the job.
Is there anywhere here that has like a collection of animals for public viewing that might also have
the zoo?
Some mythical creatures?
Oh.
I haven't been to the zoo in all this time. Is there weird things at the zoo?
Holy shit, I don't know. Are there? I have no idea.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Oh, wait.
1 second. You guys are saying, and I'm trying to bring up a manticore so you guys can see.
Good one.
Also, did Todd give us a time frame on this?
Nope.
So we
could
time.
Just say in process for a while. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that does have horns.
Yeah, the little.
There's got to be like a dungeon somewhere with some animals in it that we could.
You mean the subway?
I don't know where you keep animals here.
I'm loving Frankie's. It's like the opposite both ways. Like, it's so great to see you guys playing off each other. This.
Well, I think we could probably start with the zoo, see if there's any manticores there. But then once we find one, how do we get it off?
Raising.
Can they talk? Will they just give us a horn? Do they shed horns? I'm very confused.
I need to compose myself.
I was going to say, Frankie clearly does not know any of these answers. Does anybody else want to try to roll a history check to see if you know anything about it?
Would it be a history check? Have I seen one? Have I seen one? I'll roll. I'll roll history for sure. If it's history, I'll roll history. How does a 23 work for you?
Holy shit! Yeah, you know there's no mythical zoo.
No Harry Potter, anything, like nothing.
I don't know.
Fantastical beasts, is there?
Never thought about this for the homebrew world.
I just thought maybe the way that some of us look human, maybe the lion looks like a lion, but it's not actually a lion unless you know.
When you say it out loud, it makes absolute sense. But like, yeah, no. Again, one of those things I never even thought of. Like, yeah,
I'm not as crazy as you think I am.
Debatable.
Me as Frankie, not like me.
You okay? Here's what I'll say. I just rolled for both of these, and the dice tell the story. There's like some creatures inside the New York City Zoo that are mythical or magical in that sense, but you've never seen a manticore in there. Like manticore or like manticore-ish, we'd be pretty damn hard in that kind of sense to keep them in there. But you do know just from your experience that there are people that deal in a black market of magical items and stuff.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
I mean, can we just go to the zoo for fun? Maybe somebody there will know, like, where to get a manticore. Like, if they deal with, like, cool, weird creatures anyways, then maybe they'll be like Hagrid and they'll, like, know somebody that has other cool creatures that they're not supposed to have. Like, no?
Who said it needed to be alive? What if somebody already has the horn?
That's another thing.
Oh, yeah.
A collector.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
know anybody?
Of someone? Because we don't know any.
Yeah, no, I do, but I don't know where my notes are.
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad you do, because I would have to make a call or a text, and I would have to text the same guy that got me hooked up with some pixie dust. So
that went real well for us last time.
Being honest. Just letting you know, we have an alternative. I got a guy.
I was about to say, I'll make it easier for both of you. Yes, Coley has a guy and Vash has a guy that you could both reach out to.
Yeah.
that at least you could start with him on this path, possibly.
I could message my contact and see if he could let us know.
Yeah, I mean, we could work all the angles, or since we've used like multiple of my contacts now, you can use yours.
Cool. I have one. So Vash responds to the text that he got yesterday. Hey R, I need to find a manticore horn. Any ideas? Just very blank. Just help.
You get back. You just get a thing. Central Park Green. 7 p.m.
Central Park Greens. Oh no.
7 p.m.
Oh. Okay. Tonight, obviously. So, okay. So my contact says that we can meet at Central Park in the Greens at 7 o'clock tonight, and he can help us.
Cool. So we can go to the zoo beforehand?
Yeah, it's right there.
You know what? Yeah, we probably can. It's already on the way. We just don't want to be late, so we don't want to stay too late. I know they have an after-hours show, and I don't want to stay in, fireworks and everything. That's another night.
Oh my God, Amber, we have to get you cotton candy. You're going to love it.
I tried to eat cotton once. Can't survive off of that.
It's not cotton, though. It's like sugar, and it's really soft, and like it kind of melts in your mouth, and it's like, it's really good. I promise you're going to like it. I'll get you some when we're at the zoo.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Vash looks at Coley and goes, have you ever been to Central Park? Because they're kind of weird.
I have been there many times, actually.
Yeah, they're different. I'm a little worried with this group because they're significantly different than what I'm used to seeing. The Shenu. You're familiar with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think it'll be fine. It should be fine, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Oh, King Gizzard. Make sure that the lizard is secure when we go to the zoo, because I want to make sure that he's safe and people don't like try to take him and put him in an exhibit. So like maybe we should put like a bow or something on him so that people know that he's a pet and not like a animal that should be there.
I could just tie a rope around his wrist or his little claw.
I just pull out a cat collar from my pocket and hand it over. It's got a little bell on it.
Perfect.
You literally hear Vash in the back, no expression on his face. Aww.
I love that that's one of the things you decided to pickpocket. That was one of the things that you pickpocket was a cat's collar at some point.
It was shiny. I thought it was maybe a gem.
It works. All right.
To the
So
zoo.
you guys are heading to the zoo and then Central Park?
We got a couple hours. We can kill it at the zoo. We have to be down there anyways. I'm off work early. Let's live it up, folks.
Okay, I'll say we have a little montage moment. You guys go into the zoo. Amber trying cotton candy for the first time. Eyes wide open. You guys are throwing bread out at the ducks or something like that. And then one of the areas, I don't know, just having a good time. All this stuff walking around. Vash taking pictures of the different animals in the cages. We see some of them magical and some of them just being very sad. Yeah, just montage through all of that.
Zoo montage. Bucket of
we're
wind.
after 9 o'clock here.
Love it.
So I don't know. I want to be cognizant of people's time. So when we it kind of gets dark earlish. I'd say right now it's around 6:30. And so you guys kind of wrap up at the zoo and you start heading over to the greens, which is large, open green area in the middle of Central Park. And you guys kind of at the moment, and as you're standing there, walking up, let me get Wrong button. One sec.
Oh, this is a.
You look over and you see a squirrel about 3 foot tall in a full red jumpsuit. Just walking up towards you guys, and he sees you pull out of his pocket a pack of cigarettes. Taps it a couple times, pulls ones out. Vash.
Revniak. Hi.
What is this?
Oh, these are my friends. We're trying to. We're on a mission.
And as he does that, he kind of leans over past you, and he sees you, and he goes,
Mhm.
"Coolly. Good to see you."
Bash turns and looks at Coley.
Good to see
Does
you.
not surprise me. So you need Manticore?
Yes. We just need to get a manticore horn. We have been tasked to find one, and honestly, I don't know how to get one, and I can't get any delivery service to bring one to my house.
It's not how you say DoorDash.
Okay.
You might have dash doors. Well, he looks like he could dash doors. And he points over at King Gizzard.
Yeah, he's pretty rough. So any ideas? Any clue where we could get one, or if you know anybody? You helped me out previously, and that helped my friend here, Amber, really a lot. So if you have any suggestions,
I'm gonna turn and look at Vash and be like, "Oh no!" In my head, I'm just like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Yep. See, so any other assistance that you have would be great.
I'm gonna kind of like nudge Amber and be like, "This is not the craziest thing I've seen in this city," and like take a piece of popcorn that I had from the zoo and like give it to the little squirrel.
He just looks at you with a like, "Who the fuck you think I am?"
I'm still just eating the cotton candy, not aware of what's happening.
So you don't like popcorn?
Of course I love fucking popcorn. Give me one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we prefer not to be here because I gotta work in the morning. So if I don't get back in time, what's gonna happen then. So any suggestions or tips would be very greatly appreciated.
So are we looking for information, or are we looking for a horn?
Information to the horn?
I mean, if you got a horn available, I mean, we could do that too. Cut out the middleman
I
or
don't
the
have
manticore.
horn, but I have connections, and enough coin can make one appear. A horn. A manticore.
How much?
That's what she said.
I like her. She has popcorn and jokes.
Yeah, she talks a lot. So how much would the information be versus the price of a horn?
Do you want to deal in coin or trade?
Trade, always.
What you got for trade? Information or what?
Let's take a look. Oh man, what do I give? So Vash turns his backpack around, starts digging at it, and he goes, a little bit easier than a memory, so that's fine. Starts digging in his bag, looking around.
He's like looking around, looking at the backpack, and he looks over at you and he goes, "Golly, you've always got interesting things for trade."
I'm gonna let Vash take the lead right now. Is there something in particular that you're interested in, though? I mean, my pawn shop is always open. Anything
I
that
don't know. I always have a few contacts looking to buy. It just depends what there is to trade. Manticore horn I do not have. Know where one is, maybe, but I do not have. But if you want to trade high enough, maybe I get you one.
Vash reaches in his bag and pulls out a small gemstone, small little sapphire. Okay. Well, I heard that through the net that you recently lost a bodyguard. I don't remember if it was Chip or Dale. I'm not sure. But I can help you by replacing him.
It was Chip.
Oh, I like Chip. He was good. Nice hat.
Good man.
But I can replace him for you for information.
Replace how?
I can make a new one for you.
I'm confused. I don't know.
It's a talent I have. I'm really good at it. So I could just make you a bodyguard, and it would be great because he would be around all the time, and he doesn't have to sleep, and he would stay with you wherever you needed him, and he would follow your instructions at all times.
This is doable.
Information, or would that be worth the horn?
That's worth information. I can get insistent any other way. Name anybody. Cheap.
Aw, poor Chip. Okay, how do I do this?
He was good, but he couldn't rescue himself.
Oh, didn't have enough range.
Not enough range. I was trying to figure out how to work that out.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair trade. If you can find me information, I can make you a new bodyguard. I know that your protection is always top of your mind.
He is like a fair trade.
Okay. I know, because this is a very expensive gem, and it's totally worth everything that you need right now.
Here's what I do. I write down on this piece of paper where it is. And then I hold up this piece of paper. Missy assistant, you get piece of paper.
Okay.
Don't do this, I leave it once.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we can do that. Okay, yeah, hold on. I need a minute too. Just hold on. I need my wrench really quick. So hold on just 1 second over. So you all watch. Vash takes a small sapphire and you just put the thing in here. 1 second.
I love this.
This is mumbling. It's great the entire time. Like trying to figure out what we're doing. This is the greatest experience ever because this is how he works all the time. So what happens is that Vash reaches in and he pulls out a tool. And you guys notice that this is a very weird tool. It's got like a 2-pronged fork. It's got a long think. For those that have seen Star Wars, the thing that the stormtrooper uses in where he like bolts it out and like makes it really long and then shorts it back, kind of like Jay knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's got like 2 prongs, like a 2-pronged fork. So I pull this out and I pull out a couple bits and bobs, and you see just Vash start going to work and just really quickly just putting a bunch of things together and pressing things around this gem. And basically I make a really rudimentary squirrel out of metal parts, pieces, and I take the sapphire and inside I put right in the chest and I zap it with my hands and it activates. And it looks up and Vash looks down and goes, okay, so he's gonna be your boss and you're gonna protect him no matter what, okay? And you see this little squirrel's eyes light up and you have now this mechanical Cogworth squirrel, and he looks like a squirrel, but clearly he's got like window panes and things in his body on his hips that look very much clockwork, and he moves very clockwork, and he turns and he looks at him and he looks at me And he marches over to Revniak, turns around, and stands right in front of him. Okay, that's my part. He's your bodyguard, and he's good for as long as you need him.
Hello. Here you go, sir.
2.0. Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
He hands it over to you, and you open it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it says...
Now I gotta get all zoomed in now. Says...
Shanu, Brian Flosson.
Brian Flosson?
Yep.
Okay. Brian Flosson. Shanu. His name is Brian Flosson. Okay. Great. Writing that down. How do you spell Flosson? Brian... Oh, whatever. F-L-E-O-U-S-O-N. Shanu.
He'd just be Flosson.
So he'd be Flosson. Okay. So we just have to find him and ask for the horn?
I said information. I did not say plans or strategy.
You're always
I don't know.
you're very clever. Thank you. Okay. All right.
If you want information on how to get Manticore Horn, that will be additional costs.
This will be fine, and this will get what we need. And so Vash kind of shows the paper to everybody and shows it to Coley specifically. Do you know this one?
I do not, but they should be in this area somewhere.
Yeah, so we should probably start asking around and seeing if we can find this person. But Revniak, before you leave, can you at least point us in the right direction?
You are in Central Park. It is everywhere.
Great.
You are smart man. You will figure someone out.
Yep, that'll work.
Have
all right,
a
Revniak.
wonderful evening. I'm going. Chip, let's go.
All right.
I'm going to give him another piece of popcorn before he walks off.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's find this Brian Flosson guy.
Vash.
Yes.
Did you just make a robot squirrel?
Yes.
How long have you can make what?
It's I am a trained artificer, so I can make things with my hands and the proper tools. I'm really good with that. That's why my job likes me so much, is because I can help with all of these things, and my talents are very valuable. So yeah.
You're saying this whole time you could have made me an army of tiny robots to keep my apartment clean?
Well, that's not entirely. Yeah, that's expensive. I'm no, not
expensive.
No.
It was a tiny little chip of a gem. I've seen what Coley has in her shop. What do you mean expensive?
I don't do it all the time. It's fine. I don't do it all the time.
That's so fucking cool, though, dude. God, you can make tiny little rope. I feel like I'm learning so much lately.
Fair.
What's a Shanu?
This one I'll have to leave to Coley to explain. I don't deal with them very often. You just saw the one that I mostly talk to.
So they're faction and they're like in Central Park, right?
And Vash just starts slowly looking around.
Do they have hats?
No hats. They have other things. Never good things. They're collectors. And they deal in a lot of shady goods, specifically. So I'm
going to turn to Cole and go, so are you a Shanu?
Good question.
Well, I mean, he just said they're collectors of things and they have shady things. You are a collector of things and you have shady things.
We have that in common, but no, I am not a Shanu.
Okay.
Sometimes we go up for the same thing, and sometimes those things don't work out. They get them, or I do, and that can sometimes cause friction.
So they're your rivals.
How do you know?
Depends.
How do you know Revniak?
Well, she just said they're rivals.
Revniak is very clear when he talks to a rival. I've seen that.
Yeah. So he I mean, we worked out a few deals.
Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I told you I had a guy that got me the pixie dust.
No, apparently we both have the same guy.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go and ask around. So a couple things. Don't eat anything anybody gives you. And don't just take anything from any of the people around here. And all of a sudden he looks
and
like
no thank yous.
Yeah,
we're not gonna. No thank yous.
Nope. Just ask your question and leave. And then we should just ask around. Gizzard, I'm looking at you specifically. Please don't take anything from anybody. Oh wait, Amber. Also, don't take or eat anything from anybody, please.
Who were we looking for again? Brian Posehn?
Brian Polson. His name is Brian Flosson. Flosson.
Yep.
Flosson. He be Flosson. Yeah, Brian Flosson. He is a Shanu. And the Shanu are in the Central Park, so we need to walk around and ask people. Yeah. Who is Brian? Does anybody know who Brian is? Can we get in contact with Brian?
So you're just going to start randomly walking up to people and saying, do you know Brian?
I mean,
this is a one-way path to getting punched in the mouth, I think. Is there a better way of maybe trying to find this guy?
I don't have any contacts with the Shanu. Coley, do you?
I might know a guy.
We probably want to ask your guy.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
As long as he's not the same guy we just asked, I think that's a good idea.
It's totally the same guy.
So it's like I was like looking over at your sheet real quick to see who you're talking about.
So we have a name and we know Shane.
But I think we could I'm gonna shoot him a text and say, where can we find Phaelus?
What?
I'm texting Ravnyak.
Yep.
And I'm gonna ask him where we can find Phaelus.
Okay.
You just get a text back. You don't find him, he find you.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Cool. So he finds us. Great.
But I'll say, as you guys are sitting there in that circle, you hear off from the side, hello! And you see this half-elf guy walking up in all denim. Denim pants, denim shirt, denim jacket. Just full on starts walking up. Can I help you? And that's where we will end for the night.
I'm very excited.
Perfection.
That was not
Canadian
what I thought.
tuxedo.
Yep, rocketed.
It felt so right for Phaelus. If he was in New York, what would Phaelus wear?
No, you're right. He would totally be wearing the Canadian tuxedo, like the most flamboyantly. Yeah, 100%.
Well,
Yeah.
for everyone that's not watching on YouTube, thank you and good night.
And good night.